I wanted to tell you guys about the absolute corruption at my minimum wage job, and it's just absolutely fucking absurd that I work at a store like the one I do, and this is what happens to me. Just so I don't get fired, because unfortunately in this economy, I do need this job still. The job is like kind of like Ardeen or like Boathouse, so it's kind of like one of those vibes, like it's a retail store, it's a chain, we sell teenage clothes and the shit and farts, that's what we sell. Let me tell you about the crew of people I work with. So I have a manager who's an absolute pushover who cannot stand up for herself, and I have an assistant manager who's a useless man, always weaponizes his incompetence and always manipulates people to do his job for him, and he doesn't do shit and he doesn't know anything, and all he does is stand there all day, and we keep him around simply because he's funny and we like him. He is the assistant manager. He is getting paid 40,000 a year just to do nothing, and I have 2 shifts a week. I do more than he does in 1 week. So let's call him Jacob. Jacob can't do a singular box of stock in a 7-hour shift, and I can do 35. So it's crazy because in this workplace, they genuinely run it like the Navy. We are not allowed to talk to each other. The latest rule at my minimum wage job is that we're not allowed to talk to each other on the sales floor, which means we're not allowed to talk at all because where else are we going to talk? We're not going to hang out after work. Oh, and also, we couldn't even hang out after work if we wanted to because we're no longer allowed to have each other's phone numbers or social medias or be in a group chat together. So that's it. No more getting my schedule, no more trading shifts. What the fuck? It's absolute hullabaloo, okay? It's just a bunch of garbage. Every day there's a new policy that I have to sign. I have opted out of signing them. They can get mad at me all they want, but I'm not signing away my right to talk to my own coworkers. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You cannot get me to do that. I'm not signing away my rights. The minimum rights that I do have. Mind you, we sell clothes for 70% off almost every single day. So we sell clothes sometimes like lowest as $3. $3. We have security tags and towers. We have code words we need to use if we think someone's stealing. We are constantly surveilled like Big Brother is fucking watching. There are cameras everywhere, and they'll pull up hours of footage and make our manager watch it. And we got in trouble because we played with a Rubik's Cube for 5 minutes. 5 fucking minutes. We got in trouble. We get in trouble when we use the bathroom. We get in trouble when we breathe. If we tell our manager, since she's such a pushover, if we tell her something about someone that is doing something wrong, we had a coworker who I made another YouTube video about, but she was a pedophile and she kept hitting on minors at work. And my manager was such a pushover, she would not fire her. She would not fire her, even though she genuinely was a danger. She went to fucking jail, by the way. I'm the one who had to get her fired. I had to go past my manager to the district manager because she would not do anything. And yeah, and now she's in jail. And now our assistant manager is getting off the same fucking foot, doing whatever he wants, getting high on the job, and she won't do anything because she has stakes, because she moved him into her apartment. So it's like she can't fire him because that would be too awkward and uncomfortable for her. But it's like, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Yours. Like, you have a very unprofessional relationship with him. Like, she's like his mother. She cut his hair. He had like tangled hair. She cut it for him. What? What? Why are you taking care of him like he's a baby? He's not your baby. He's just some guy. We sell clothes for like $3, and we're literally watched like we're part of the FBI. Like, we're literally informants. We are under constant inspection. They have never rewarded any of us. Actually, instead of rewarding our good behavior, they actually take things away. So they took away not only our right to speak to each other, which was kind of like how we even kept alive in the first place. Like, the reason I'm talking to customers is because I get to talk to everybody. Like, I'm not just shut off from the world. But as of late, they took away our incentive to be nice to customers. So before, we had this thing where if you got more sales for the week, like as a team, if you guys got more collective sales, you could earn like 10 more hours and split it amongst yourselves. So your hard work was reflected in a reward, which was more money, more hours at work. And we already get very limited hours because they don't fucking care about us. But yeah, so we would win more hours, which was great. At one time, I was making like $700 a week, which is the most I've ever made there because I was earning so many hours and I was being so nice to customers. And then they took that away too. This company is the most ridiculous company I've ever worked for in my life. They are incredibly stupid. They run their company so terribly. They waste their resources awfully. They do not fire anybody regardless of what you do. You could literally go to jail for second-degree murder and they would not fucking get rid of you ever. They just had a store in like Calgary or something lose all of its employees at once. Every single one of them quit. Does that not tell you something about your stupid fucking company? Does that not tell you that people would literally rather lose their livelihood because they're definitely not getting a new job because of how terrible this company is? I think it's crazy because I worked a job where I made $22 an hour and I had less rules and I had more time to myself than I do at this minimum wage job, this corrupt minimum wage job. And I don't know how they have made it this far. I don't know how they're in business. Their clothes are bad. Like, their staff is bad because I don't care about my job anymore. Yeah, I think it's absolutely incredible that minimum wage jobs can do this stuff and they will get away with it because it's all that people can get now. Like, I can never quit this job probably because when am I going to find a new one? Never. Never. I'm never finding a new one, unfortunately. So yeah, I think it's hilarious. We're just so fucked. There's